Hello and welcome back to FloTrack's FloXC Division II and Division III show, coming at you for our second week ever. Again, back after last week's premiere show. My name is Lincoln Shrike. We're going to go through the Division II and Division III rankings once again. It was a busy week of action in Division II cross country and Division III. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Who were two guys that were really making a lot of noise on the Division II side? Familiar faces. Zach Panning and Enel Wodelmichael of Grand Valley State. These two guys, you see them running at an earlier meet this season, the Spartan Invitational, but they took their talents to Chicago this past weekend for the Lakefront Invitational. Had a lot of D1 teams, D2, D3, kind of a mixed bag there on the Chicago Lakefront. These guys, though, went 1-2, led Grand Valley State to a team title there over teams like Arizona, Nebraska, Texas A&M. Yeah, those are Division I programs. These guys running in the 2340s on a course that has some hills to it, not completely flat course there. So 2347, I know times shouldn't matter that much in cross country, but these two guys, could they potentially at Nationals go 1-2? We know Panning was second a year ago. He's the top returner. He's got a really good shot to do it. Wodelmichael, just a sophomore, but he is rising to that level where he could definitely help Grand Valley State get over the hump and possibly get that men's team title. So these are going to be two guys to watch going forward, both healthy, both running very well. Now, we're coming to you on a Thursday. Normal show is on a Tuesday. Obviously, that's where we started last week, and the reason was I was out in Gunnison, Colorado, shooting a workout Wednesday with the Western Colorado ladies out there on their trail, just off campus there in the mountains, about 8,000 feet. Had a really good time. Coming up later this month, we will have that workout. You see it, Alicia Konachek of Western Colorado, 8-time national champion. They did some mile repeats. It was a really fun time, and so you can look forward to that, all you D2 fans. Western Colorado was off this past week, obviously. They will run at Lewis this week, which is it's kind of like the D2 pre-national meet, if you want to call it that. A lot of D2 teams come together to get some points, test themselves against people they'll see at Nationals, and Western Colorado will be one such squad. The third-ranked Mountaineers, we'll see how they fare out there in Chicago. All right, now let's recap a little bit of action that we saw last week on the Division II side. Starting at GRIAC, I was there. Kayla Wooten of UC Colorado Springs kicked for the win, got a big W over three ranked individuals there, and Jaden Schultz and Ida Narboval. Also had another runner there that has been an All-American before, but Kayla Wooten, 28th at NCAA D2 Nationals, kind of under the radar, not somebody that was in our top 10, but she's going to move into our top 10. Let me tell you exactly where she goes. She'll be 7th, so it wasn't really on the top 10 radar, but this big victory, which we'll catch here, watching her finish off this kick. You see her well back with about 400 to go, but when she needs the wheels to come out, she brings them out with the jets here. There's Narboval with the lead. We'll watch this final minute of the race. They come up this hill, and this kick, when she made it, wait for it. It happens. And she left everyone just in quicksand there. It was an incredible kick as we cut to the finish line. And as they say, boom goes the dynamite. That was everything for Kayla Wooten. An upset win, and she was kind of nowhere this entire race. But when she made her move, the game was all over. And it was just a big win for her over two ladies that have been All-Americans in the past, both top 10 athlete potential there, Jaden Schultz and Ida Narboval of UMary. So big win for her there in GRIAC. That says a lot about her potential going forward. So that's the kind of the news out of the D2 women's scene. Let's toss it over to the D3 men. Not this, sorry. Here we go with Thomas Schultz on the D3 men's side. The Wisconsin lacrosse men, they were also at the Lakefront Invitational with Grand Valley State. They took 6th, which is quite impressive from a Division III squad when you consider all the teams that were there from Division I and Division II. But they were led by Schultz, his 10th place finish. That's going to slot him into our top 10 as well on the D3 side. And let's get a quick update of where Schultz comes in at. Schultz will be 8th after previously being unranked. Big performance out of him. He finished 10th at that Lakefront Invitational. He had his teammate Josh Schrader not too far behind in 13th. So 2 really big runs from those 2 guys, possibly for the Wisconsin lacrosse men, a move that can show they have podium potential coming up later in the season. So they will move up into the rankings. I'll give you an update of where they're at here. The Wisconsin lacrosse men, they'll go from 3rd to 2nd this week. So they are looking very strong. They're still going to be a distance away from North Central, of course, but they swap places with Washington University this week. Lacrosse, after their 6th place finish at the Lakefront Invite, they are going to number 2, led by their top 2 duo, Schultz and Josh Schrader. So another squad moving up in the rankings. Who do these beautiful uniforms belong to? It's Wisconsin Stout. Now, they were just 22nd at Nationals last year, but they picked up a nice win over the weekend over teams like Wisconsin Eau Claire and others, St. Olaf, as well as Williams at the Eau Claire Invite in Wisconsin. Big win for them. That is their first sign that they can be a top 10 squad. And they are shooting up the rankings. They go from outside the top 10 all the way to 6th this week. So watch out. Division III, as always, is loaded with Wisconsin squads. Right now, we have as many as 3 in the top 10. Stout into that 6th spot. So they're a team to watch out for. Again, only 22nd last year, but they are quickly on the rise after a nice win this past weekend. Now, the team that we're always talking about in Division III can't ever not highlight them, and there's a reason for that. It's North Central. Get a peek at what was on the site earlier this week. There we go. Sorry, little hesitation there. But we had a workout Wednesday with North Central. Drew Patel leading the effort for the Cardinals. It was a nice mile repeat workouts for them. They were dropping like 4:30s by the end of this. You see Matthew Norval as well up there. There's Drew Patel. If you haven't caught that workout yet on the site, you're definitely going to want to take a peek at that one, as that's a big boy workout, as we call it back home. That is a tough workout that the North Central men did. They're looking good, and another reason we're highlighting them, they won a Division I type caliber meet there at Greater Louisville. They beat teams like Louisville and Kentucky over the weekend, and North Central, 18-time national champions. They're looking as good as ever, and that workout shows it in their performance over the weekend. To get that W in Louisville, get that Louisville Slugger bat, they are looking awfully strong. Now we move on to the Division III women, and we're getting a look at Sam Slattery of Wisconsin Eau Claire. She is going to lead her team into the top 10. They'll move into number 8 spot nationally after being not ranked. Eau Claire was 2nd last year at Nationals. They did lose 2 key seniors, and that's kind of what dropped them out of the rankings. But led by their victory at their home meet over the weekend, they are moving into the top 10, as is St. Lawrence and Wheaton. Wheaton that you see there. Carleton's also moving up, so it was a big weekend for a lot of those squads at that Blue Gold Invitational in Wisconsin. We also have Brandeis moving into the top 10, so 4 new teams on the Division III side moving into the top 10 with Brandeis, Wisconsin Eau Claire, St. Lawrence, and Wheaton. Those are going to be some teams to watch, as it was quite the shift in the Division III rankings over the weekend with that Blue Gold Invitational. And there you get a look at Sam Slattery, who's leading that Eau Claire charge. She's going to move into our top 6 individually. She was 17th last year at Nationals. She is quickly rising. In an individual battle in D3, on the D3 side, that seems to be pretty wide open on the ladies' side. You've got Ellie Clausen of Johns Hopkins. You've got Caitlin Mooney up there as well, but it's pretty wide open after those 2 ladies who were kind of in the top 10 last year. So possibly Sam Slattery, a junior, leading Eau Claire. She's got that Nationals experience, running really well. She hasn't lost all season so far. Potentially somebody who could challenge for that national title come November. All right, so that is it for this week. That's your FloTrack D2 and D3 update. My name is Lincoln Shrike. We'll post this on the site. Let us know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Did we leave anybody out? And we'll be back for more this upcoming Tuesday after Lewis crossover and other big meets on the Division III side as well. So for now, I am out.
Talk more about D3 women.
I try.